now with more South Carolina Congressman Trey Gowdy. He is the chairman of the House Crime, Terrorism, Homeland Security and Investigations Subcommittee and a member of the House Intel Committee as well. Congressman, thank you for being here. Always good to have you with us tonight. And obviously a very sad day for Americans across this country as we look at the tremendous loss in Las Vegas last night. Your thoughts, sir?
It's really impossible to fathom a massacre on this scale, Martha. And, primarily our thoughts and prayers and our hearts are frankly broken for the lives that are impacted. But my heart's also broken for my fellow Americans who now know movie theaters are not safe, and churches aren't safe, and schools aren't safe, and office buildings aren't safe, and now outdoor country music concerts aren't safe. It is hard to imagine the depravity necessary, frankly, to take a single life in cold blood. But to do what this person did is a level of wickedness and evil that is really hard to fathom.
You know, you've touched on something that I think is so frightening on such a gut level. This idea that there's fear in the country about doing all these things. And then I wonder that we've sort of reached a level where people people do go about their day. They do all these activities. And yet, are we getting to a point where we're, sort of becoming somewhat desensitized? Not to suggest that people aren't obviously very struck by this horrific attack, but that we've gotten used to this, that it's a new normal.
Martha, I think what it is we just refuse to live our lives in fear. My wife and daughter and I went to a football game last Saturday. Of course, it entered my mind that there are 70,000 people in a stadium. There have been shootings at churches. Almost every place that we hold sacred or safe, or at least when I was growing up was sacred and safe, there's been a shooting at that place. From movie theaters and now this. And I just think Americans, you have a choice. I mean, we can succumb to the fear and the wickedness, or we can celebrate our freedom and our refusal to be held hostage by that. And I choose to be emboldened by the acts of heroism and valor that I am certain took place last night.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard those stories throughout the day, and I know we're going to continue to hear so many more. There was a young woman this afternoon who just said, I want to thank the person who helped me when my boot got stuck as I tried to get over the fence. Who just gave me that extra push and allowed me to get away. Before I let you go, I want to ask you about the investigation, about your thoughts on this suspect, and how you're putting all this together from the investigation side in your mind tonight.
Well, it's an incredible level of premeditation that you don't ordinarily see. And it is difficult to believe that a single person could have done this without detection. So I hope what comes out of this is people, lots of crime is prevented because a non-law enforcement officer says something. The weapons and whether or not it was altered to become fully automatic and the premeditation of picking a certain hotel room. I think we're going to find someone along the way was suspicious, and they should have turned that suspicion into a phone call to law enforcement. It's an incredible amount of premeditation to not go detected.
Yeah. Trey Gowdy, thank you so much, Congressman. Always good to have you on with us.
Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America.